How can you feel so at home in a place that your feet have touched the ground of once? A crumbling down cowshed with a milking parlour still rigged up with equipment. Could this really be home? Field mice making homes in the well-rotted manure that stood still in the sheds. Cobwebs, birds nesting, broken windows, an old rusty tractor, piles of tyres, machinery stood still in the fields, walls falling down, trees where a lounge should one day be. Could this really be home? Our feet had touched this ground once, and in that moment, as though it was Earth sending signals, vibrating passion, love, connection, direction and peace through our veins, we had to live here. This place was home. But our feet had touched this ground just once. How could we do this? I was clueless, however, he was not.
You alright, boys? There. Come on, bro. Whoa!
This is our renovation story. A story about two townies who had a dream to renovate a dairy barn into a forever home. This is the other side to our mad life. It isn't all animals and kids. The rest of our time and love, and money, is spent here, renovating this beauty into something very special. Being on Greenbelt with restrictions up to your eyes on the planning meant we aren't able to just knock down what's here and start all over again. We have permission to take down this very unstable end and rebuild it. So that's where we started. Each brick that has been removed we have kept. It has been cleaned, stacked, wrapped, and each brick will be reused in the build. Keeping character and history is key. In fact, 30,000 bricks have been gathered from here, there and everywhere and are all ready to go. The Kubota U36 digger and all her attachments have been the backbone to this project so far. Running alongside the 7 and 1 tonne dumper trucks and the concrete crusher, it's almost like a series of Grand Designs takes Gold Rush. We're currently 2 years into the build. After moving here with the planning in place, we got pregnant with our 5th baby and Croc decided it just wouldn't be big enough. He continued digging out as planned, and as he did so he exposed some original brickwork below ground and came up with a genius idea to add in a basement area, which did of course delay things as putting in another planning application is long, but it's most definitely for the good. Whilst renovating, 7 of us, 2 adults and 5 babes, are living in a little chalet on site. It's what some may call Tight, but life is perfect. The cupboards are rammed, there's clothes spewing out of wardrobes, the bath isn't big enough for half a human to bathe in, but we love it. I think we might even miss this little chalet once we move in.
Come by Daddy. Spare. Come by Daddy. Woo! 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 Woo!
With Croc working self-employed running his own business all week, it leaves just the weekends to get the grafting, like most self-builders I imagine. The kids all join in, we do it as a family, sometimes leaving me feeling guilty for the lack of family days out and missing out on numerous parties, but I look at their dirty little faces beaming from ear to ear as they help, and I couldn't be more proud of each one of them for how they navigate tolerating us as parents. As well as travelling around the country collecting bricks, Croc also went collecting roof tiles. We've spent many a days unloading the trailer, scraping moss off of old roof tiles, only to decide he perhaps doesn't want to use those anymore. But if he does, we have the whole roof of roof tiles stacked and ready to go. As the clay was being removed, it was being relocated to what we have since named Clay Mountain, which started as a flat piece of field and now represents Snowdon, perhaps. There has been that much digging done by this Kubota that at the time Bear was 3, he was able to learn how to operate the Kubota. So we now have a second pair of hands should Crocs ever stop working. There have been many ups and downs already throughout the project. As the bricks started coming down and a part of the roof came off, it all felt like a complete dream and that things would only get better. But reality hit when the rain came, and down did it come. It flooded the hole, as we called it. Sodden clay, I needn't say much more. Chunks the size of giant boulders were crashing in off the side. The movement caused part of an outbuilding wall to fall in, leaving another load of bricks to move. Although with the help of the boys we managed to clear them up in no time. Once we had finally overcome the hurdles, the outbuilding falling in, the drain blocking, causing flooding within the hole, boulders of clay dropping in continuously in the rain, we managed to move forwards. Fast forward to February 2024, hardcore compacted, weld mesh fixed in place, SS concrete on the way with a special concrete mix. The nerves and excitement were intense. The lads were all on top form and excelled themselves. 150 tonnes of concrete poured and power floated, all in a day's work. A colossal amount of concrete, I hear you say. Well, because of the poor ground conditions, we had to cast a concrete raft rather than use a strip footing. After the lads went home, Croc decided he'd stay up till 3 AM power floating the concrete. Nothing like a perfectionist laying concrete, eh? From here, the only way really was up. Down came the first pack of blocks. This was it. It was happening. Around 3,000 blocks have been used so far. 3,000. My shoulders are now able to compete with those of a bodybuilder, as stacking them onto the scaffolding for the block layer was like a gym session with Eddie Hall. But that wouldn't stop us. By this point, we've downloaded apps planning where our furniture is going to go. If you know us, you know that we're probably planning on moving in next week at this point.
Go on, boys. That's it. Go on, you pull your side now, Riv. Pull it towards the pallet, look. Pull it there. Go on, Riv, help him. Did you empty the barrel, boys? Bear, did you empty him? Yeah, put him by the mixer. You getting it, Bo? Bo, you're doing a good job. Get that bit, Bo.
River's got one of those in the back.
Has he?
Yeah.
Hello, magpies, aren't they?
Once the walls were up, the outside wall was primed, then tanking membrane applied, vertical geo drain put in place, 150mm of insulation finished with a 500 gauge membrane. Boom, have it. Now to backfill. Backfilling with 10mm limestone gravel to provide extra drainage. No damps getting in this basement, thank you very much. Dumper after dumper truck, backfilling. How satisfying. All the internal walls have been block built by this point. It's like an actual home. Now to save some money so we can fill the walls with concrete. Oh, but wait, what's that? Have two of the walls buckled and snapped under the pressure from too much backfilling? Gutted is a complete understatement, but what can you do other than attack the problem? "100 tonnes of backfilling to come back out of the hole. The shovels were on fire. The loader had to lower the micro digger down and together move the gravel into positions that the Kubota arm could then grab it from. The walls had weirdly stayed together, a solid piece, but had sort of kinked. With the use of ratchet straps and a car jack, Croc somehow managed to work with the lads to get the wall into its original position and then brace it. Fingers crossed for the big pour, which should be coming very, very soon. We have actually got some finishing brickwork in place, and I've got to say, my man can lay them bricks. It looks incredible. To think our home is coming to life is crazy. Please consider subscribing to our channel to follow us on our self-build journey.